What's up, y'all? What's up? We finally back. Finally made it to the end of the week, the first official week of the challenge. I think the last time I updated y'all, that was when stop loss hit, right? So we lost 300. But shout out to me, shout out to the trade, shout out to the market blessing us. We had the opportunity. Ow. We had the opportunity to make all of our money back. So now we are back in profit. Currently back up. I'll show y'all. Hold on. Let it focus. We are currently back up $80 in the account. So as long as we ended the week out in blue, I'm not really tripping, because next week it will be NFP week, so I will be more cautious on the trades I set up. But two, this week was just more so to figure out the overall. Dang, I look, it could just, my fault. I'm looking at a trade that I could have just hopped in just now. But basically, like, this week was just overall like a test run to see how everything is moving, what pairs I can trade, what pairs I can't trade. And then there was like a few little news that kind of like messed up a few setups, but it's cool, right? We got it all back, back in profit, right? So on today's video, I'm probably about to switch it over to my computer now. But on today's video, I'm gonna basically go over the market, how the market was moving this week, specifically for GBP USD, because like the market structure for this week is like pretty amazing, and I know like I feel like it's some gems I can drop to y'all real quick and show y'all like the setups that I've been seeing, how you can capitalize off it too, going into like next week, and then a week after that, and then a week after that, right? So let's go ahead and switch over to the computer. Like I said, I was gonna show y'all the market structure for the week. So currently we're looking at GBP USD. I'm gonna actually start from a fresh start. This week has really been busting. Like the market this week has really been like showing us a lot of volatility in the market. It's been doing like everything I needed to be doing plus more. A lot of higher highs and lower lows, a lot of lower highs and lower highs and lower lows, and higher highs, higher lows, right? So just to show y'all real quick, hold on. We started this week. What was this week? Today started on Sunday the 24th. So from the 25th, and I'm gonna start by showing y'all the support level of the week. What was the floor? What was the selling? Where was the resistance at? Okay, so this week has really been like in a big old zone. And we can call it basically like a 4-hour structure zone. It hasn't really been showing us no trend, like a real direct trend, like if it was going in a real uptrend or if it was going in a downtrend. But in this zone, it was doing its own trend. It was just up to you to catch like the move of it. So like I noticed, I think I started the challenge on Tuesday. So we're gonna start from the 26th. If not Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday I started the challenge. I'm gonna show y'all. So I'm gonna like, the way I like to do this is kind of like me back testing too. The way I like to do this, I like to draw vertical lines to show like, all right, the date separations for each day. It just helping make it more like clear for me. So the 28th, the 29th. Okay, today is the 29th. All right, bet. So as you can see, from Tuesday to Friday, it's literally been in the zone. It's been going in the uptrend. It's been going in the downtrend. It's been going in the uptrend. It's been going in downtrend and uptrend, right? All still in the zone. So what I liked about this was like, okay, I think I started this day. Yeah, Wednesday. We're gonna say it's from Wednesday, but you can see the start of it from Sunday night and Monday. So every time the market came to like a resistance area, I'm like, okay, bet. I'm looking for the sell. But in order for me to like to confirm that it's actually going for the sell, I dropped down to the 15 time frame. So I dropped for when I first started trading, just so y'all know. I know I'm going a little bit too fast. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit because I know in my other videos I talk about it too. Like my other video in the past, I go over actually what support and resistance is and how you can mark it up in your chart. So by now, by the time you're watching this, you should already have a good idea of how I do my trading. If not, go ahead and go back and rewatch that video for me and go learn something for yourself. Right. So in the 1 hour, I take the 1 hour. I look at the 1 hour. I look at the 4 hour to mark up my chart. But when it actually comes down to me actually entering the trade and actually looking for my entry points, I'm looking on the 15-minute and I'm looking on the 5-minute time frame. So I'm gonna go to Tuesday, right? If you don't know, GBP/USD usually moves around. It moves during the New York session, but it also moves during the London session. London session obviously is the more when it's more volatile because that's the actual like trading zone, the trading area. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, so I'm on the New York time zone, which basically means like, all right, from 9 a.m. to 5, that's my New York session. But for London session, they 8 a.m. starts at 3 a.m. for me. So 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. is the London session, right? So when I'm trading, that's exactly what I did. So what I usually trade, how I trade is I'll enter the market, I enter the trade, right? I don't even know if I should be giving you all this sauce, but it's cool. I don't care, right? If you watching my video, just make sure you like it, like and subscribe. That's all I care about for real, right? So when I'm trading it, I noticed that the market was giving me a pattern, right? The pattern, I'm gonna give y'all like 5 seconds to tell me what pattern this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so for those that don't know, this is considered a head and shoulders, and then head and shoulders is basically an indicator in the market that okay, from when it's going in the uptrend, and you're starting to look to see like okay, when is this market about to start going for a sell? Head and shoulders identifies that and it lets you know that the reversal is starting to happen in the market. So it'll look kind of like I'm gonna draw the arrows just to show you. You have an uptrend, you'll have that little pullback, and then you'll have that breakout, which is aka like what you see right here. You had that highest point, that breakout. Then you had that market where the banks and everybody try to make the market come back down, flush the market back in. So really, when it breaks out like this is basically stop loss hunting. So a lot of people probably have sell orders right here, and then a stop loss is up here. This is literally like a stop loss candle. It went there to take your stop loss, take your money, and then the bank like, all right, bet we about to dump the market again. This is the entry point that we want to hop in for that sale, and then it's gonna bring the price back down for everybody else. But you're gonna be a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, you're probably that individual. If you're not, good to you, but I know there's a lot of people that's that individual where they'll enter the sale too early. Like you see that's in the uptrend, you're like, oh, it's that resistance. Let me hurry up and enter in, right? And the banks know that they know exactly what you're trying to do. So once you do that, that might it's gonna hurt you, right? They're gonna wick you out, and then out of nowhere, you're gonna be like, bro, my trade. If I would have held it, or if it didn't hit my stop loss, I would have my TP1, TP2, TP3, right? But you want to make sure that you're looking for those market patterns that's gonna show you, that's basically like gonna show you what when that you actually want to start hopping in for those reversals, right? Yes, I'd use indicators. I have my moving averages. If you're in my personal group, like if you're in my personal group, you pay for the elite package, you get access to all the indicators I use and like basically all the other sauce. But this is basically like free sauce I'm gonna throw to y'all today, just to show y'all like simple market patterns on GBP USD specifically, because this is really a real simple pair to trade and it's very volatile once it get to moving. So like I feel like everybody should add this pair to their arsenal. I know they typically tell people like, hey, if you're a new trader, you want to trade like more safer pairs, but this can really be once you really understand market structure, once you really understand price action, this pair can be that pair for you that can take your trading game to the next level. So, like I was saying, I was going over the head and shoulders. Market dumps, pull back, and then it starts going for that reversal in that downtrend. Right. So, as you can see right here in the market, it really was doing this all week long. All week long, it was showing us head and shoulders. So here was the first head and shoulder, right? It pulled back, retest, it closed lower than the previous high. This is the highest point. This is the new lower high. So this is an indicator that, okay, this is lower than the previous high. So this is an indicator that the market want to start going for the sell. Hop in the sell right here. And then from there, you can always move your stop loss if you want. Anywhere, for me personally, I do 20 to 30 pips back on every trade I take for GBP USD. Unless I really got a sniper entry, then I'm only risking 15, right? But like when you're setting your stop loss, you can just move it back to like right above where the previous highest point was. So if you look for a sell, you caught a head and shoulders, you hopped in on that right shoulder, right? You want to wait, you hop in, and then move your stop loss right above wherever that the top of the head of the shoulder was. Because if it goes above that, that means the market is about to go for a buy. But if it doesn't, which it shouldn't, as you can see here, like it hit this shoulder, you sell, you really didn't even see no drawdown. Maybe the only drawdown that you saw was when the broker was getting their fee out of it. After that, you should have been in straight blue, right? 20 pip stop loss, and then you decide whatever you want your TP to be. So This literally has been doing this all week, right? Started off, like I said, London session, 3 a.m. That's what started it. Cool. Come back 6 a.m. That's what finished it, right? That retest, that pullback, 6 a.m. pullback. Boom. Catch the move. Now, after that, once you identify that this market, so obviously at this point, you're realizing, okay, this is obviously a downtrend market. I have my highest point of the week, which is the resistance I saw on Sunday, that the support level was down here. So realistically, or I'm looking to, me personally, I swing trade and I day trade. I know if you're watching this, you probably like, you decide what type of trader you are. Some people day trade, some people scalp, some people swing trade, and some people just like to get in and out or just hold like for a very long time. Right? Me, I like to trade from zone to zone, or I'll trade until I hit my like profit goal that I want to hit for the day on a specific pair. Right? So once I identified that this was in the downtrend, all I'm looking for now is pullbacks. I'm looking for that new area that can be like another entry point for me to have a lower high, right? And then I know some people, to estimate how far it pulls back, some people use the fibs. I use fibs for mine as well. I'm not gonna say too much on that, but you can use the Fibonacci strategy. I recommend like you look up some people YouTube videos on that, or like if you're already a part of a company, obviously we got trainings on that too on the course as well. But once you figure out where the previous area that could become the new lower high, or actually I'm gonna show y'all. Even without using fibs, you can actually just use support and resistance too. So like to the left of the chart, I see this was a previous support. So once the market starts to drop and I see it's pulling back, I'm like, hey, where's the area that it can come to where I can look to get in again for another sell? This was that area. So once again, if I really wanted to, I could have caught. My goal is to get down here, right? My goal is to swing trade it from zone to zone. So this is a 100 pip goal. I could have caught 80 pips right here. Cool. Once it pulled back, I'm hopping in again. So I have one trade that's going for 100 pips right here. And then that next trade where I'm catching off a pullback, I'm catching that same trade for 90 pips. So now in total, I just made 198 pips, right? 108, 91. Y'all did the math, right? So that's like a simple way of showing you, like, bro, like GU, when it comes to market structure, and this is before I even add indicators to the chart, it could really be that pair. Like, and you don't even have to risk a lot. No more than 20 to 30 pips on a trade, as long as you're being like consistent and disciplined for when you're actually hopping in for your entry point. And then it's the same thing. So this is the downtrend, which is cool. Uptrend, right? Once I started catching my reversal, I'm like, okay, bet. What is an indicator I need to see for me to start looking, no longer looking for the downtrend, but I'm looking for buys, right? So obviously, once it came to support, it started rejecting its price, which let me know, like, hey, I'm not going for a downtrend no more. I'm thinking about I want to go for a buy. So the only thing I'm really looking for now is what we call a bullish engulfing candle, or obviously I'll use my indicator, but specifically a bullish engulfing candle. A bullish engulfing candle is basically when you see, let me see, when you have like a bearish momentum, like obviously when it's in the downtrend, you have a bearish candle, right? And then that next candle is bullish. That next candle closes above that previous bearish candle, which is letting you know, like, hey, that's your first sign that you want to start looking for that reversal. You want to start looking for that indicator. And what did I tell you? I said, hey, when I'm looking at hop in, I don't want to risk no more than 20 to 30 pips. So if I hop in off of this candle right here, because this is the first one that shows, all right, it's going for a buy. If I hop in off of this candle, stop loss is 20 to 30 pips. I'm teaching y'all a game right now. So 20 to 30 pips, right? 20 pips, it still didn't even hit the 20 pip stop loss when it came back. But if you set that 30 pip stop loss, right, your stop loss is not getting hit. It's staying right above that support. And then once again, you decide what do you want to hold it to? What's your TP? What's your stop loss? And so much, and so on and so on, right? Obviously, like I said, I'm trading from zone to zone because obviously this was like a big old sorry about that. This was a big old zone, big old consolidation on the 4 hour. So from zone to zone, that was 100 pips for me. So with each move, see this one for 90. Actually, did it go for 100? I'm not holding it for that whole day like that yet. This one went for 90. So 90 to 100, that's still cool, right? That's another move that you can catch. And then the same thing before. If you wanted to hop in again for another entry, your second entry could have been anywhere right here because this was like the previous
support levels, previous resistance level in the past. Once it broke and started like pulling back, this could have been an entry that you could have got in at. And then literally all week long, I'm not gonna like keep going through each setup, but all week long, it's literally been doing the same exact thing. It came up here, had another head and shoulders, started pulling back, retest the zone, retest the previous support level, and drop again. Retest the previous support level, drop again. Oh, okay, cool. We're back at the buy again. Bet. It closed above. You have a bearish trend. You got a bullish counter right here. You enter off of this. Stop loss 20, 30 pips back. TP, whatever you want it to be, right to the top of the zone again. And like you go crazy. Just like that. So like with this and where the market is at on Friday, typically I don't trade on Fridays. Because that's when the market starts slowing down. But as you can see, this is the same. Actually, I'm giving you a trade idea. So hopefully, by the time you watch this, you can look at this on Sunday when the market open back up, if the move doesn't happen already. So as you can see, we're back in that area where we came back to the resistance. Boom. What happened? It broke and closed below. It came back to test that previous support area. Like this is like a lot of consolidation. Consolidation is going on in this area right now. It's been like here for like the past couple hours, right? From 10 to 12, 2 hours it's been right here in this zone. So it really is not gonna do nothing maybe until like Sunday night or Monday morning, right? But this is that same area that could be a potential like, hey, pull back as long as it closes below, you can hop in again for a sell and ride it right back down to the end of the zone. Either that, or if it closes above, then you can start looking for more so like a bullish momentum in the bullish market. Hopefully, sorry about that. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully I did like a. Let me know in the comments if that helped. If I broke everything down for y'all, like how the market structure works for GU. Once you identify the trend in the market for the week, and once you identify the trend in the market, and once you identify basically like where are the highest points and the lowest points of the week, that can give you like a gauge of what you should be trading and what you should actually be setting like your TPs for. Um, so that's kind of like my standpoint of what I've been looking at. So that's like for GU, and which is why I said, okay, bet I'm gonna make GU be the pair that I focus on. Going into next week, like only trading GU and only trading gold for this challenge specifically. Just so I can be like more consistent and don't gotta worry about too much because I can risk if I'm popping a dollar lot, a standard lot size on each trade, I can risk 200 trades. 200 trades. I can risk $200 to make 1,000, right? To make 500, right? That risk to reward is great. I risk $100 to make $1,000, right? I risk $300 to make $1,000. That risk to reward ratio is perfect, right? And then obviously, and that's why I was telling y'all earlier in the previous video, I was saying like, hey, I'm not really tripping that I lost because I know once the setup come, once the move come, all I really need is one or two trades and I can complete the challenge. But I want to make sure like I'm using proper risk management. I don't want to worry about trying to get rich off of one trade because trading is not that. You don't want to try to get risk off of one trade. You don't want to try to get rich off of one trade because that one trade can be that same trade that blow your account. You want to take it day by day. You want to take it trade by trade and just eat to that goal, right? Unless you have that perfect setup where you're like, okay, it's at the bottom of the zone, it's at the top, and I know all I gotta risk is 15 to 20 pips, and I can catch this move and don't worry about it. But hope this video helps y'all out. This is just basically like my market outlook for GBP USD this week. I'll probably start doing this market recap video every Friday. We can make that a Friday thing, so come on Friday. I probably have it up by like noon or 1 o'clock, depending on like what my schedule is looking like for the week. And then every week I just break down like the trading setups and how I've been calling like the trades for it. But that's all I got for y'all. Peace out.